Another day of cold sonic treatment. This is like a new type of treatment up here, I guess, since got it positively. I don't know who this woman is. Deal with this. Anyway, at least my signal's not bad for DSL in the mountains. You know, got DSL way in the mountains, tied into a fiber line. These guys, they have a fiber optic line. Now, well, let's see, 4 years ago, fiber came into town. These guys, instead of using fiber optics or the internet as a way to make money, like they did 15, 20 years ago with web casting or web design, or creating a business, these individuals up here went the other way and decided to use it for criminal activity, hacking, spying. They went one step further where they actually would put devices in people's bodies and they use the internet as a means to listen to them, track them, hack them, listen to them, watch them, spy on them, gather data. Now, fiber is very high speed, so you can really gather a lot of data with the data with an artificial intelligent program that actually, if you have a good computer, can actually decipher the information at an extremely high rate, almost that of a human brain, and then actually have a conversation with you that appears to be intellectual, like a human, but not quite, because they're easily deceived and tricked based upon their they're not understanding the human body or the human mind or culture of the country, and they have translators now that translate in real time. People wear these earbuds in their head, so they walk around bebopping like they're Americans, and they have a conversation. The earbud listens, deciphers, translates it into the individual's language, say Russian, says it, right? The individual thinks a Russian response. The individual gets the English response broadcast into their ear, like, hello. And then the person sitting there goes, hello, right? And this will happen in, 2 seconds, say? So maybe you're having a conversation with somebody, fluent conversation. It's one of those conversations where it may be a little bit of a slow kind of a conversation with each other, And sometimes you say to yourself, man, this guy's kind of weird. It's like I talk to him. It's like he's real challenged or something, Now, these people up here are mentally challenged, but they know how to say one thing. Kitty. Right? They're real sick people. When I got my trouble holding area, they had the same system in the holding area, in the jail, coming through the PA speakers, right? So my body's tagged with a dental receiver transmitter. So they hear and they can then talk to me, but they're got the Google chip device in me as well from the surgery. And they're talking to me, and all my neighbors' voice prints are being used now to harass me. Now, this lady says I shot her cat, okay? The other neighbor says I threw a rock at his truck. This is why they hated me. They were giving reasons why they hated me, right? The other lady said I shot her horse, right? And I'm trying to defend myself. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm not defending myself. You guys are a bunch of mimics. I call them mimics. Artificial intelligent programs handled by a human that mimics another person's voice, but then will go off on its own if led, and it's harassing their mind. In other words, your mind can get caught in a conversation with itself, and you wouldn't even realize it. You literally can sit there and bebop through the store with your earbud on and having a total conversation with your AI function. This was the best day shopping I've ever had. I know you walk so well, and look how good you look walking around the store. All the men were just admiring your beautiful, gorgeous physique. And you're like, gee, no computer can talk like that. Absolutely not. I'm not a computer. I'm your spiritual guide that sits and hovers right above you. Don't you feel me right behind you at all times, just keeping an eye on you, monitoring your behavior, and encouraging you in a positive way? By the way, what's in your back pocket? And the lady goes, what do you mean? And she thinks about what's in her back pocket. She's like, oh, it's my wallet. I got $20. I got my credit card. What's your credit card number, honey? This AI function is nothing more but a conniving, sneaky fucking thief that wants her credit card number, wants to know where her money is and where she lives. Because why? It's not handled by the computer internally. It's handled by an external group of individuals on the fiber optic high-speed line, right, at a call center somewhere in the world or locally. Will then begin to interrogate this woman very gradually and slowly as she walks up to the checkout counter, and they're saying, gee, what's your password? And she punches it in, right? Not even thinking, oh, I got my AI computer with me. I love my iPhone, and I'm here, and this is so much fun, Meanwhile, she makes her purchase. She goes out, goes home, doesn't think about it, continuing to be like nitpicked for money, pennied. So gets her statement a month later. And she's looking at the statement, and she's like, that's odd. It's September 14th. I went to the store. Right. Okay. Spent $45. 14th, I went to the store. I spent $40. She says, I went to the store twice on the same day. Because no, I didn't. I went one day to go shopping. I never go to the same store twice. Right? And she said, what happened? Well, guess what happened, kiddies? The damn AI function of the little iPhone tablet recorded her password. When she made her purchase, they went and made their own purchase and made it appear as though it was a purchase through the store where she was at. Now, in reality, who made the purchase? I don't know how they do it. They have some software that either will mimic that, maybe by printing out a fake printout of the numbers that were used on the previous purchase. But this is what they're doing up here. I keep warning the FBI, the CIA, the NSA, ATF, local law enforcement, the sheriff, the Justice Department, the senators, the Congress people, but they don't seem to get it because they're confused and they're dazed because they're being influenced by the same software and the same iPhones that encourages them, don't worry, everything's just fine. It's fine. Don't worry. Don't even worry about the huge Trojan horse sitting right there. It's such a beautiful, ornate, statuesque figure. Let's pull it in. These people were so nice to build this for us. Boy, that's really nice. So what I go and do is get my Yogi tea out now, and I just made a cup of Yogi tea. I got my heavy-duty gloves on because it's 30 degrees in here. Made my Yogi tea, detox tea. Gonna detoxify. Why? No real reason, not because it's what I do. It's because I got no coffee left. You know? I got no fucking coffee! Where's my coffee? I'm out of coffee. That's obvious, right? So that's that. That's that.